2 cops, 1 man, 4 bullets. And after that night, Texas was never the same. Nobody talks about what happened on Route 385. Not the cops, not the city, not even the people who were there. But something started the night they killed Drayke Mason. Something that didn't stop. And to this day, nobody in Odessa can explain it. Subscribe to my channel Outlaw Grove for more horror story, and please don't forget to leave a comment. Two officers pulled him over on the night of March 14th. Officer Dale Pruitt, Sergeant Cody Harlan. Within 2 years, both their lives were destroyed. And it all started on one stretch of road. They pulled him over at the local road, which was always called Dead Man's Road. Nobody knew why it had that name back then. The officers got out of their car. Drayke had no weapon. He wasn't trying to run. He put his hands up. 3 truck drivers were parked at a rest stop just down the road. Their engines were running, coffee in their hands. All 3 of them saw it. Drayke standing in the headlights, hands raised, not running, not fighting, just standing there. But the cops was so ruthless, they had to fire 4 bullets. Drayke Mason fell face down on the side of that road. He was 22 years old. The official report said he was a threat, said the officers were scared for their lives. But 3 witnesses saw the truth, and the truth didn't matter. The case was closed. Justified, they called it. Pruitt and Harlan kept their jobs, kept their badges, kept driving that same road like nothing happened. But something was watching. Drayke's grandmother buried him. She didn't have much money, just enough for a simple box and a simple goodbye. After the funeral, things started getting strange. People who drove at night started seeing things. One truck driver told a story he never repeated again. He said he was driving Route 385 around 2 in the morning when he saw someone standing in the road. A young man, when his headlights hit him. The man slowly raised his hands, just like someone surrendering a silver truck. Same color, same model as Drayke's, showing up in people's rearview mirrors, and then vanishing. Most people said it was just their mind playing tricks. Then people started dying. 6 months after Drayke was killed, Officer Pruitt's police car was found flipped upside down on Route 385. Engine still running, radio still going. No other car, no skid marks, no reason. He had just driven off the road. Pruitt survived, but when he woke up in the hospital that night, they say he sat straight up in bed, stared at the dark corner of the room, and kept whispering, "He's still out there, he's still out there." Then Sergeant Harlan's house caught fire. No storm, no electrical problem, no cause they could find. His wife and son barely made it out alive. Harlan stood in the yard watching his house burn, and he told the firefighters something strange. He said he saw a man standing inside the fire, just standing there, looking at him, not burning. Over the next 4 years, 7 officers connected to Drayke's case were hit by accidents, tragedies, and death. Nobody could explain any of it. 2 of them died on Route 385. Same spot, same mile marker where Drayke fell. The county tried to rename the road. The new sign was stolen. People started leaving things at the spot where Drayke died. Flowers, drinks, photos, notes. The county tried to clear it out twice. Both times, it came back bigger. Locals started calling him the Dead Rider. They said they could hear his truck engine on quiet nights. Said they saw him walking the side of the road in the rain, looking for something or someone. Pruitt died in 2009, alone, in a small care home. They say he never slept in the dark, kept every light on, kept asking the nurses to check outside. Harlan left Texas in 2005, changed his name, and before he left, he told his pastor, "I did something I can never take back, and whatever comes for me, I earned it." Nobody ever proved anything, but the people of Odessa, the ones who grew up there, the ones who know that road, they don't drive Route 385 after midnight. Not anymore. Some men don't rest until the score is settled. And if you drive Route 385 after midnight, you might see someone standing in the road, hands in the air, still waiting. But Pruitt and Harlan weren't the end of it. See, when word got out about what happened to them, people assumed it was over. They were wrong, because Drayke Mason wasn't just after the two men who pulled the trigger. He was after everyone who helped them walk free. 3 months after Drayke was killed, a detective named Roy Sims signed off on the investigation. Closed it in 4 days. Didn't interview the truck drivers, didn't look at the body twice. Just stamped it justified and went home for dinner. Roy Sims retired in 2006. By 2007, his son was dead. Car accident, Route 385. Same mile marker. The sheriff who covered the case, a man named Gerald Boone, had a stroke in 2008. Healthy man, 51 years old, no warning. Woke up from a coma 2 weeks later and told his wife he had seen a young man standing at the foot of his hospital bed the whole time he was under. Just standing there, watching. Now, there was one person who saw all of this coming. Her name was May Lottie Walker, 74 years old, lived 3 houses down from where Drayke grew up. She was the one who raised him after his people were gone, fed him, checked on him, the closest thing he had to family at the end. And the night Drayke died, May said she felt it before anyone called her. She said she was sitting on her porch and the air went completely still, no wind, no crickets, nothing. And then she smelled motor oil. Drayke always smelled like motor oil, always working on something. She said she looked out toward the road, and she saw his truck parked out front. She blinked. It was gone. 20 minutes later, the police knocked on her door. May didn't cry. She just nodded, like she already knew what they were going to say. And she told them something that stopped them cold. She said, "He came to say goodbye, but he ain't gone far." 2008, 5 years after Drayke's death, an entire unit of 6 officers from Odessa PD put in their resignations on the same day. Same morning, within an hour of each other. Nobody planned it. None of them had talked to each other about it. When the chief called them in one by one to ask why, every single one of them said the same thing. They had all been on Route 385 the night before. Separate shifts, separate times. And all 6 of them had seen the same thing. A man standing in the middle of the road, hands raised in the air. They all hit their brakes, all got out of their cars. And when they got close enough to see his face, he was gone. But that's not what made them quit. What made them quit was that all 6 of them recognized the face. They had all seen his photo in the file, the closed file, the one nobody was supposed to talk about. It was Drayke. 6 officers, gone by the end of the week. The chief tried to keep it quiet, but in a small town, nothing stays quiet for long. It's been over 20 years since Drayke Mason died on that road. 20 years, and people are still seeing things. A pastor, driving home from a late service in 2019, called 911 saying there was an injured man on the side of Route 385, hands up, bleeding. Police got there in 4 minutes. Nothing. No footprints, no blood, nothing. A teenage girl in 2021 posted a video online. She was driving 385 with her friends, daring each other. You know how kids are. The video shows headlights coming up fast behind them, high beams getting closer. Her friend in the back screams, and then The lights just stop, right behind them, like the car hit a wall. She looks in the mirror. Empty road. That video has 11 million views. The comments are full of people from Odessa saying, "Yeah, we know that road. We don't go there at night." Here's what nobody says out loud, but everybody in Odessa knows. Every person who had a hand in what happened to Drayke Mason, every person who pulled the trigger, covered it up, looked the other way, has had something terrible happen to them. Every single one. Coincidence, maybe. Texas is a hard place. Bad things happen. But the people who live near that road, they don't call it coincidence. They call it the score being settled. And the next time you're driving a long, dark road at night, and your headlights catch something standing in the distance, hands in the air. Don't stop. Some men never leave the road they died on.